Yeah, how are you? You beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. You join me again. Weekly upload. Getting pretty consistent with these. I should probably stop it, but I'm a bit too, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit too stubborn. A while ago the videos were doing 1,000 views, we're back to the 300 mark, but I'm telling myself it's just a blip in the matrix and soon the videos will get back to 1,000. Because when the videos are at 1,000 makes me feel good inside. Is that a problem? Yes, it's a real problem. I probably need to sort my perspective out. It's Easter, so happy Easter Sunday. I've got a couple eggs, mate. Popular like that. Some skinny little kid messaged me on Instagram. I put a poll up saying what's the most annoying thing in the gym. One of the options was you train in a group of 6. He replied with that one. I did instigate it a bit. I said, I bet you rock up with a group of 6. He said, you would if you had friends. I said, oi mate, don't talk to me in that tone. You look like you're 120 pounds. I didn't actually reply. First egg, M&M's. Banging. I reckon this one will be very good. M&M's in the shell. They got technical with it. I back it. And then the second one, this is what I would call a middle class binge. Got the Ferrero Rocher one, mate. How long will these last? To be fair, I'm not even a chocolate person. So they'll last for a little while. Anyway, that's ramble done. Let's get into the topic of the video. I'm going to go and train. Okay. I'm going to get into a gym. I'm going to get aggressive. I'm going to shout a bit. I'm going to beat my logbook numbers. And I'm going to film it. And then I'm going to run through it in detail. So let's cut to the training part of the video. I think that's appropriate. Do bear with me. My hay fever is mashing me up. Pollen, I can't handle it, mate. So my voice might sound a bit nasally, which is frustrating. I was hoping to do a very crisp, nice narration over this training footage. Narration? Is that actually a real word? Or have I just made that up? Anyway, let's get into it. Today's session was back and chest. I've never done this session before. Now you might be thinking, why are you doing it now? I've hurt myself. I've hurt my back.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
I mentioned this around 4 weeks ago on the channel. I managed to really annoy my lower back and I'm very confident it's nerve related. It's happened before, like many moons ago. I was taking the range I was working through on a leg press, proper range brother behaviour, just folded myself up at the bottom and I really annoyed my lower back. But I'm very confident it's nerve related. I annoyed it again in my most recent leg day. And yeah, thanks to that, I'm not going to be training legs for a little while. So I want to train across the next 2 days. Instead of doing upper lower, I'm doing back and chest followed by delt and arms. Now, the reason I'm very confident it's nerve related is because in the morning I'm an old man, no mobility whatsoever. However, as the day goes on, it just gets better and better. Do some steps, do some stretches, and it's absolutely fine thanks to the blood flow, thanks to the stimulation. But I need to find like the root cause and I need to address it head on so I can get back to full sending my leg days. This brings me on to the first thing I want to talk about when it comes down to resistance training. If you're dealing with any injuries, niggles, aggravation, whatever it may be, get it addressed. Reason being, when it comes down to physique development, it is a longevity game. The longer you're in it, the better you will become. I've seen it so much on TikTok recently, like young lads having to stop training because they've mashed up their joints. And they're happy to say, it's because I train like an animal, mate. I just train so hard. It's not, you're just training like an absolute helmet. If you're resistance training well, there shouldn't be any joint pain. And you need to understand that when it comes down to resistance training, we are not training muscles directly. We are training joint motion, and the muscles around that joint are getting challenged as a byproduct. So without healthy joint motion, you're going to be massively limited when it comes down to your resistance training and how effective it is. So take care of it. It's super, super important. So like I said, I'm changing my training week up. I'm going to get it checked out by a professional and then I should be able to full send my legs again so they can grow. Sensational. I put this setup on Instagram and a lot of people just commented on the contraption. It is a contraption. It's an absolute spaceship, mate. Panatta gets a bit of a tough time, I think. There are a few bits of kit I really like. I rate this highly. I use this over a Smith. Chest dominant press, working in parallel path, it feels great. I like the low to high row, I like the high to low row. There's a few bits I really rate. Now when it comes down to training at the minute, I'm in my groove. Scale weight is up on average £1 a week. It's been on that rate again for a little while now, and training is just getting better and better. Previous set, 4 plates per side. First time I've touched that weight. Second set, 3 plates in a 15. Someone actually jumped on this bit of kit with me when I was warming up. I think the most I've ever used on this is like 3 plates in a 10, and that's like at the very start of a session. I moved 3 plates in a 15. He was like, that moved quite quick. I was like, I'm thinking the same. It's going to be 4 plates. So I was very happy with performance on this bit of kit and in the session in general. Now, next thing I want to say, as you can see here, I'm hitting failure on every single set. Concentrics are getting super slow momentarily, and I'm eventually hitting that failure point. If you're not pushing your sets to that point, you're not training effectively. You're simply performing more warm-up sets. You're performing sets that are not going to create change. And it's just a massive waste of time. You need to be pushing things close to or to failure, and you need to be getting stronger over time. If you're not doing that, you're not going to grow. So this is like a nice summary on hypertrophy. Drive your scale weight up over time, progress your training, get stronger and push sets to or close to failure. If you do that, you will grow. I keep checking the light on my camera, mate, because the weather's horrible. 1 minute it's sunny, next minute it's cloudy. Anyway, you can still see me. Back to my point. If you do that, you will grow. So do it. There's so many people that will go into the gym and they're just performing warm-up sets. They don't think they are because they might grunt a bit, get a bit sweaty, but they are working at a warm-up intensity, and those sets aren't going to create change. We've all seen it. It sounds a bit harsh, but everyone's aware. There's someone that's at your gym. They go just as much as you do, 4 times a week, 5 times a week. You see each other when you're there. You've been in that gym for multiple years and they never change. It's just because their training isn't effective. So make sure your training's effective, get stronger, progress things over time, and you'll grow. Little physique update there, currently weighing 194. Heading to Ibiza, start of June. I'm expecting to be 200, minimum. That will be sensational. But I'm going to wrap up the video there. Injury talk, effective training talk, physique update, bosh. So yeah, I'm going to edit this now and probably scran a few Easter eggs or two.